I decided to go to Zimbabwe because, well, of the cute factor with the babies, of course. Little black babies, cuddling them was very appealing. And I'm also really fascinated by the way that God works in different cultures and how you learn. I've been very blessed to have done a lot of travelling already, so being able to see how God works through different cultures and in different circumstances really broadens your understanding of who God is and deepens your faith. And so I went very expectant that God would do that, and He did in an amazing way. As He does work in amazing ways.
For some unknown reason, all things kind of came together for me last year, and when Marty was out here in April last year, God just made it really clear that it was my time, it was my turn to go. And I guess for me, it's kind of been something that's been on my heart for a very long time, and I've just been waiting for it. And it's a sense of frustration too, because it was like, when is it going to be my turn to get to do this, God? Like, you know, you've had this on my heart for so long, and then all of a sudden it was just like, it all just came together, and, you know, God prompted people to give me money, which was just bizarre, which enabled me to be able to go, and which was really exciting as well, to know that it was God's plan for me to go, which was cool.
It was really great that we were there together, and another one of my friends came as well, because it was such a different environment for us, and we were learning so much about God and each other that it was, I feel really blessed that we could go together to bounce off each other and just have that support of somebody who knew what your home was like, and you could talk through things. So we really loved going together.
Yeah, totally. And like Nat and I barely knew each other before we went, which was
so it was a bit of a risk, but we got it.
But we didn't kill each other while we were there, so it was good.
No, it was really that was a big part of our trip, was that we could share it with somebody from our own country and our own church even. Yeah,
and I think being home as well, I think it's been special to be able to, when I see Nat, it's like,
we just cry.
Yeah, we just cry. But also it's a sense of like, I just go, oh my goodness, she gets it. Like, because, you know, as much as my family and Killian and friends and everything else, they get it and they want to hear all the stories and stuff, but there's always a kind of, I don't know, how do you explain, like a...
Well, it's just the rawness of it, and the first-hand experience. And I also felt the same thing, because Marty's obviously been over to our church a few times to explain the ministries, and I've received all the newsletters. And I thought I had a pretty good understanding of what went on over in Bulawayo, but when I got there I realised that I didn't. And so I guess for people in our church, you understand little facets of it, but when you go there and you experience the whole ministry together in the whole country, you know, within Bulawayo, and you meet the people who are responsible for the ministries and who you're working with, that adds a whole new dimension to the ministry. And Bulawayo is a place that is totally different to what I had in my head as well. As our first few days there, we were really surprised at how different it was to our picture that we had of it.
It's like a really beautiful city.
It's beautiful.
Like really old colonial buildings, and like every street's just lined with jacaranda trees, and it's gorgeous, and obviously extremely run down and very different, but it's
It's green and beautiful, and it's safe. That was obviously a big worry for our families and our friends going over there, going to Zimbabwe. You get raised eyebrows from nearly everyone you say it to, but once you're there, you realise it really was. I mean, of course, we took precautions, and use your common sense. Use your common sense. That's exactly right. But the people embraced us, and we felt 100% safe everywhere we went, and totally loved by the people, and that made a real difference.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. Yeah. And where we stayed was really safe as well. Like, it was just, you had to go through like 3 locked gates to get into the flat. But it was, I think, and everyone did go out of their way to look after us and to pick us up and to take us to this ministry and to that ministry. And I think, what you were saying before about just being so different to the kind of picture that you get back here. And it's just so much bigger than you realise, and there's so much more things happening